You know, we spend so much time and money thinking about what we put on our skin, the creams, the serums, the cleansers. But what about what our skin is just soaking in every time we step outside? In today's Explainer, we're diving into this really surprising connection between the health of your skin and the actual air you're breathing.
It's a heck of a question, isn't it? We're also focused on UV rays and maybe the ingredients in our products, but the science is pointing to this unseen aggressor, something that could be messing with your skin every single day without you even realizing it. Right, so let's get straight to it and name the villain of our story: air pollution. For the longest time, we thought of it as a problem for our lungs, and it is. But now, the medical research is crystal clear. It's also a huge risk factor for our skin.
And the damage, wow, is pretty much across the board. We're talking about making inflammatory conditions like eczema and acne way worse. It can cause those stubborn dark spots, speed up wrinkles. It can even contribute to hair loss. It fundamentally weakens your skin's natural shield and messes with the delicate balance of its microbiome.
So how in the world does this actually happen? Well, here's the key. Tiny microscopic particles in the air, what scientists call PM, and gases from traffic, like nitrogen dioxide. They basically create these nasty little unstable molecules. These molecules cause something called oxidative stress, which is just a fancy way of saying they damage your skin cells from the inside out and kickstart inflammation.
And look, this isn't some abstract problem that takes years to show up. This quote makes it so real. During a big wildfire in California, dermatology clinics were suddenly flooded with people having eczema flare-ups. It was this perfect, terrible experiment that showed a direct link. Bad air today can mean a skin reaction in just a matter of days.
For so long, the biggest problem has been that we couldn't really see this threat in a useful way. Yeah, we knew pollution was bad in general, but the data we had was so broad it was almost useless for making personal decisions.
And this is where things get really interesting. Just look at the difference here. We've gone from these old citywide averages that were often hours, maybe even days old, to data that is literally block by block in real time. It's the difference between hearing "it might rain in the state today" versus "it's about to rain on your street right now." One is just trivia, the other you can actually act on.
This brings us to the hero of our story, a company called Sparrow Analytics. And I love this analogy their CEO uses: a city MRI. Think about it. Instead of a fuzzy, blurry X-ray of the city's air, they're providing a super detailed, high-resolution scan of what you're being exposed to right where you are.
So how do they pull this off? It's actually brilliant. They put these mobile sensors on vehicles that are already driving all over our cities, things like postal trucks and buses. These little nodes are constantly sniffing the air, measuring key pollutants, and every single reading gets tagged with an exact GPS location and time. Then, some smart AI stitches it all together into this living, breathing, real-time pollution map of the city. Okay, so this is all really cool tech, but what does it actually do for you? Because having great data is one thing, but turning it into a tool that protects your health, well, that's the real game changer. Just imagine getting an alert like this on your phone. It's not some generic citywide warning. It's personal. It's about your commute, on your route, right now. This is the moment where that big data becomes your personal shield. And once you have that info, you suddenly have power. You can make these small, simple choices that really add up. Maybe you decide to take a different street for your morning jog, or you just make a mental note to use a really good, gentle cleanser as soon as you get home. Maybe you apply an extra layer of barrier cream before you head out the door. It's about giving you control. Now, this data isn't just for us. It's also completely changing the game for doctors. For the first time, it's giving them a crucial piece of the puzzle that's always been missing: the environmental context for what's happening to their patients. Just look at this timeline. A dermatologist can now take a patient's reported symptoms and layer it right on top of historical pollution data for their exact address. All of a sudden, those random flare-ups, they don't look so random anymore. You can literally see, there was a spike in PM 2.5 right outside their house that morning. Or, yep, high ozone levels right near their office that afternoon. So what this all means is that doctors can now operate with so much more precision. They can pinpoint environmental triggers with actual evidence, not just guesswork. They can create treatment plans that are truly tailored to you and your life. And they can give you specific, actionable advice. It's really the dawn of a new era of what you might call precision dermatology. But the vision here is so much bigger than just a single app or one doctor's office.
The goal is to build an entire ecosystem where this kind of environmental intelligence is just woven into the fabric of our everyday health decisions.
And this all plugs into a really big idea in science right now called the exposome. It's basically the sum total of all your environmental exposures, everything from pollution to UV rays to your diet, and how they impact your health over your entire life. Air pollution is a massive piece of that puzzle, and for the first time we can actually measure our exposure to it with incredible accuracy.
And you can see how that ecosystem is already being built. Sparrow is teaming up with public services, like the Swiss Postal Service, to create these huge monitoring networks. They're working with health tech companies to get this data into new apps, and even with insurance companies to help educate people and lower health risks. It's creating this amazing web of protection, all powered by the same hyperlocal data.
So, we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. As this technology gets more and more integrated into our lives, into our health apps, into our doctor's offices, is it really that crazy to think that your next skincare routine might be prescribed not just based on your skin type, but on the real-time air quality map of your very own street? It's a pretty fascinating peek into the future of personal health.